What's up guys, it is Sonia and today I'm going to be telling you about my next couple of days experiencing Iceland. If you saw my previous video then you'll know that I took a trip to Iceland in April. It seems so far away now. In April, and I had the most amazing time, as I rambled on about in the intro to my other video. Sorry about that. But yep, today I'm going to be doing the next section of my trip and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so on the third day, which is the official second day if you discount travelling, we had a bit of a detour. We were supposed to go on a boat trip to the island of Jaime. I don't know how to pronounce it. Jaime, which is off the south coast of Iceland. However, the weather when we went there was a little bit erratic. It was quite ferocious, I suppose. The sea was very, very rocky, so we couldn't go on the boat trip because if we capsized, that would not be a good thing. And we were told all these stories about this guy who was dragged out to sea, so we didn't really want to risk dying, so we had a bit of a detour. We did another little plan, but I actually really enjoyed it anyway. So the first thing that we did was to go to this kind of glaciated area. I don't think it's particularly set up for tourists or recreation or anything. I think it was just purely that it was a really beautiful mountainous area and we decided to take a little bit of a walk through it to get to this waterfall. Little did we know that the weather would get so bad. It got extremely cold, below freezing point temperatures, and it started snowing. And I mean, it's nice weather, but when you're walking for it in 45 minutes, it was pretty, you know, it's a pretty difficult situation to be in. So we walked through this kind of glaciated area, had a really beautiful landscape on the mountains, kind of in like a U shape, almost like a really wide U-shaped valley, which is pretty epic. And we got to this little waterfall. We thought it was a lot bigger than it was supposed to be. Wait, did that make sense? No, it didn't. So we walked through that and we got to this elevated area where you can look down on a waterfall. The waterfall was tiny. It was so small. It was basically two streams running into each other. It was not, I'm not sure I would personally specify that as a waterfall, but we got there and we kind of looked at it and we were like, yeah, that's nice, okay, cool. So we decided to keep walking through the area in an attempt to find a gate which we had previously actually found. We decided to walk further. I didn't make up logic, just putting it out there. Anyway, it got to the point where we'd been walking for so long and we hadn't really got anywhere. So we decided to turn back, so that would be another 45 minutes walk back to where the coach had parked. Our coach driver, bordering on mental insanity. Bearing in mind that he is supposed to know Iceland like the back of his hand, he drove into this glaciated area, which, as I said, was in a U shape. So we had all the sediment that built up on each side. He drove through it, which is very narrow. It just, what? I mean, it was good that he was there so we didn't have to walk for so long because I was getting fed up. But this meant he had to do a kind of 6-point turn in this very dense kind of sinky, it's kind of like sinking sand, but obviously it wasn't sand, but yeah, this kind of volcanic rock that was very soft. Didn't help that a car pulled up beside us, which is a 4x4, so significantly less weight. They got stuck, started sinking, and we had to push it out. So we were just thinking, oh my gosh, this man, what is he doing? But somehow he managed to turn the whole coach around and we got out. I mean, it was a bit rocky, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was very kind of holding on for dear life. Let's hope we don't die. But yeah, we got out and yeah, it was kind of crazy for a bit, but it was worth it to see the landscape, I suppose. I'm starting to forget what we did. We then made our way to a waterfall. I think it's a waterfall, let me check. Yeah, we stopped off at a waterfall which was kind of en route to the other waterfall we were going to, and that was kind of an enlarged version of the small one we saw where two big meltwater streams ran into each other and able to fall on the waterfall, but we literally stopped there for like 5 minutes and got back in the coach. We then made our way to a much bigger waterfall. I don't know the name of it. So this waterfall is one that you could actually walk around. So if you've got the top of the cliff here, the water runs across the top and downwards and you can come behind it. So that was pretty cool. Did get a little bit wet and it was a little bit uneasy, the ground around it. So there were some people that kind of lost their footing a little bit, and that kind of risk there was the risk of them falling down into the water. Not gonna name names, but that did happen. So we walked around it, which was really cool, and with the flash of my camera I actually managed to get some really cool photographs and some very unflattering photographs of other people as well. And yeah, basically just walked all the way around it, and then we walked up around the cliffs where there were a couple more little streams coming down as waterfalls, and just had a look around it. Very nice. So I think that's pretty much all we did for that day. I'm having trouble remembering exactly what we did on each day. But I want to keep the videos a little bit shorter than my last one. So that's what we did on this day in Iceland. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll tune into my next video where I'll have the last 2 days where we did a glacier hike and more waterfalls. This is exactly the same outfit as my last video, but we saw a lot of waterfalls, we really did. And then our journey back to London Luton. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll watch my other one. Until then, I will see you guys later. Bye!